You're listening to China Plus Radio, connecting you with China and the world.
Now the news. I'm Xiaoyi. China has reaffirmed its confidence and capability to contain the novel coronavirus epidemic. This comes after the World Health Organization declared the outbreak a global emergency. However, Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus says the main reason for this declaration is not because what is happening in China.
We don't know what sort of damage this virus could do if it were to spread in a country with a weaker health system. We must act now to help countries prepare for that possibility.
So far, China has confirmed around 9,700 cases, including over 200 deaths. 18 other countries have also reported cases. China has decided to dispatch charter flights to bring back travelers from Hubei province who remained abroad amid the novel coronavirus outbreak. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Hua Chunying says the decision was made after considering the current situation and the actual problems the Chinese people are facing abroad. Many tourists from the epicenter of the new virus were reportedly rejected to board commercial flights at some overseas airports, or because some flights to Wuhan were cancelled. Premier Li Keqiang is urging Chinese scientists to step up research on reagents, vaccines and drugs to curb viral pneumonia caused by the novel coronavirus. He inspected the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention yesterday and presided over a symposium with epidemiologists. He called for efforts to discover the source of the virus, as well as to provide support for vaccine development and treatment schemes. He also asked medical experts to summarize successful experiences in treating coronavirus patients. More than 70 new medical facilities have joined in the battle against the novel coronavirus epidemic in the rural areas of Hubei province. Authorities have newly built, expanded and transformed the hospitals for emergency use. Authorities will offer training sessions in villages and communities to raise public awareness. They will also measure and record the temperatures of people returning to rural areas on a daily basis. Authorities are calling on domestic enterprises to immediately resume the production of medical resources as the outbreak continues. Protective clothing, masks, goggles, negative pressure isolation ambulances and medicines are facing shortages as the demand rises. Enterprises in the industry are required to improve quality and report data including production capacity and inventory. China's official manufacturing purchasing managers index came in at 50 for January, down from 50.2 in December. A reading above 50 indicates expansion, while a reading below it reflects contraction. The decline partly resulted from a slowdown in production growth due to the Lunar New Year holiday. The PMI for China's non-manufacturing sector was 54.1 in January, up from 53.5 in December. The Statistics Bureau says the January data shows that China's service sector has maintained steady expansion. Authorities say it will require further observations to tell future developments, as the PMI surveys were carried out before January the 20th, when the impact of the novel coronavirus outbreak on production activities had yet to unfold. Britain is set to leave the European Union later today. Brexit cleared its last formal hurdle in Brussels on Thursday after more than 3 years of tortuous negotiations. Britain will no longer be an EU member state from Saturday. It will then enter a transition period until the end of December that is meant to give citizens and businesses time to adapt. During the transition, Britain will continue to apply EU laws, but will no longer be represented in EU institutions. The U.S. House of Representatives has passed 2 bills seeking to curb the U.S. president's war powers. The Democrat-led House passes a measure to repeal the 2002 authorization for the use of military force for the war in Iraq. It also approves another bill to restrain U.S. military action against Iran without congressional approval. It is unclear about the fate of the bills in the Republican-controlled Senate. And that's the news. I'm Xiaoyi.